All right, you guys, we are going to kick off our meal prep masterclass today, starting with meal planning and getting ready to go grocery shopping. Sometimes this is the biggest key to your meal prep because when you go with a plan, you are so much more likely to succeed. And I know a lot of us skip this step and we'll show up at the grocery store, we have our regular things that we buy, we just kind of load up the cart and then we go home and we make whatever, right? But if you can actually take the time to sit down and plan out your meals for however long you're shopping for, if it's a week or 2 weeks or whatever, plan out your meals, make a complete shopping list. I guarantee shopping is going to be so much less stressful. You're going to come home with a lot less extra junk. And when you get home, you're going to have an idea what to do with all of that so that you're not wasting the produce. I know that's one of the biggest concerns for a lot of people when incorporating more fresh fruits and vegetables. They've done it before and they end up wasting a ton of food, and nobody can afford to do that. So we're going to make sure that you have a plan in place so that you don't forget that you brought this food. You don't forget what you were going to do with it, and you actually use it before it goes bad, okay? So what I would like to do is actually share my screen with you right now so that I can show you our meal plan. Let's see, which one of these is going to give me what I want? This one. I have a hard time thinking and talking at the same time. Does anyone else have that problem? All right, so I am showing you my new fall meal plan, week 1. I do my meal plans for my challengers in 1 week increments. Whenever I have given them an entire month all at once, it's overwhelming, it's stressful, and they tend to jump around and pick and choose and then end up forgetting what they've used, what they haven't used, and it's just chaos. So I provide meal plans 1 week at a time, Monday through Sunday, easy peasy, rice and cheesy. So this is a new meal plan that has not been seen by anyone yet. This is all new. When I sit down to prepare a meal plan for my family, I am a pen and paper kind of girl. I like to sit down. This is my meal planning notebook. It goes in my pantry with all my recipe books. This is also the notebook when I'm in the kitchen kind of creating new recipes. I take notes in here. But when I'm ready to do a meal plan, I grab my notebook. I like to surround myself with all my favorite recipe books. I'll get my phone open to Pinterest. That is like my new favorite resource, of course. And I just kind of surround myself with all this fun stuff because for me, the meal planning is so much fun. I love going through and finding new recipes to try or finding old favorites that we haven't had in a while. And what I do is I will calculate, okay, how many days am I shopping for? We are paid twice monthly. So I try to go for that whole half a month, whether it's 13, 14, 15 days or whatever. I'll figure out how many dinners I need. And I start with dinners because if your family is like mine, you have dinner together and that's like the meal that everyone has together. Everyone has expectations. That's the meal that you just got to nail every day, right? Everyone does their own thing for breakfast and their own thing for lunch, but dinner's when you come together. So I always start with my dinners and I will make that list. And then I'll go through and I'll make a list of, okay, what am I eating for breakfast? I'm a little bit more dedicated in my nutrition than my family is, and that's okay because we typically eat our own separate, smaller breakfasts anyway. So what am I going to eat for breakfast this week, and what do I need for my family's usual breakfast? And then I'll do the same thing for lunch. This is what my kids usually take. My husband takes leftovers from dinner, so I don't worry about him, but I make sure I have enough for school lunches. And then I figure out, okay, what am I going to eat? Am I going to have my Shakeology, and do I have enough frozen fruit for that? Or am I having a salad every day this week to get my greens in, and do I have everything I need for that? So that is how I start my meal planning. Now, if you are using our portion control system, you know that you need to balance out all of your foods through the day to meet up with your goals for the day. I'm just going to show you really quickly. These are the first couple of days of meals in this meal plan, and I have added the color-coded boxes. This is going to allow you, I'm going to let my dog out. She's pacing. Go on. This is going to allow you to go through and track how many of each container you use every day. Now, if you are not one of my clients and you don't know what I'm talking about with the portion fix, I hope you'll reach out to me because this is absolutely one of the very best nutritional systems I have found. It is so mindless once you get the hang of it, and it really helps you to make sure you're getting the right portions and the right amounts of each food category every day. But for those of you who do have the portion fix, this is going to allow you to go through and say, okay, these are the meals I have planned for the day. Let's get that away. And these are the containers that it uses. Now I'm missing, I need another yellow container and another red container or whatever it may be. And then you can fill in with your snacks and make sure that you have everything you need for each day. Now, lucky you, if you're my client, you get this all done for you for this 4-week meal plan. But you still have to go through and figure out, okay, what is missing? One red, one red, one red. For the lowest portion, you need at least 4 reds. Red is your protein. So whoever is using this is going to have to go in and add at least 1 protein. Either they're going to increase their serving size here, or they're going to add a snack with some Greek yogurt or something, right? So I will go through my meal plan and I will figure out what exactly I need for snacks, and I will match up my breakfast with my lunches. So for example, if I am going to have Shakeology for breakfast, then I'm going to make sure and have a more filling lunch. But if I'm going to cook breakfast and I'm going to have my overnight oats with some chicken sausage, then I'm going to make sure and have my Shakeology for lunch so that I don't go over. Now remember, I told you I start with dinner. So I start out by planning dinner and see how many containers I need for dinner so that I don't get to the end of the day and I'm ready to serve my family and I'm like, oh crap, I ate too much today and I can't hardly eat anything for dinner. It's Taco Tuesday, we're having fish tacos and all I can have is fish and cheese because I already used all my other containers. No, that's not fun for anyone, and the family will start questioning why you don't like to eat with them. So I figure out, okay, how many containers do I need for family dinner? And then whatever's left, I split that up between breakfast, lunch, and my snacks if I have them. So you're going to go through, you're going to make your list of meals, and then it's really easy from there, you guys. You just got to go through each of these meals and make a list of your ingredients. Shakeology, obviously, I already have. What do I need with it? I need some fruit. Do I have enough frozen fruit, or do I need to add that to my list? A teaspoon. That's typically almond butter or peanut butter. Do I have that, or do I need to add that to my list? Now I'm going to go to my Orchard salad wraps. And if it's a recipe you're not familiar with, just go through each recipe that you're going to use for the week. There's my Orchard chicken salad wraps. And I can go through and say, okay, I do need more chicken. I need green onions. I have celery. I need apples. I have the mayo. I need Greek yogurt. And I can make my list from there. You're going to come to a point where you'll get to a recipe and you'll say, well, I need Greek yogurt, but I already have that on my list. So the first recipe or two, you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm having to buy so many things. Everything is going on the list, but a lot of it is going to duplicate as you go through recipes. So you're not going to have to keep adding more and more to your list. You're already going to have it there. That's it, you guys. That's all you need to do. Sit down, make a list of your meals for the week or 2 weeks that you're planning for. Make a list of everything that you need at the grocery store, and you're ready to go. Now, if you want to take it to another level, let me see if I can find this really quickly while I'm talking. That's difficult for me to do. I did it. If you want to take it to another level, you can really organize your grocery list. We're going to see if we can open this. No, it doesn't want to let me. You can create, or you can use my grocery list, and you can categorize your groceries, okay? So, when you go to the grocery store, you typically start in the produce section, and then you go to the dairy, and then you go to the meat, and you just work your way around from there, correct? So, if you really want to save stress when you're at the grocery store, then you'll take a second to organize your grocery list. Now, I don't do this. I have my system. I know the things that I'm buying, but when you're new to kind of a new clean eating system, this might be really helpful for you to just take a second and think about, okay, where are these ingredients located in my grocery store? And, make sure that you don't have to backtrack a ton. That might save you a lot of time. I really want to show you this grocery list so you can see what I mean. So bear with me. I'm going to pull this up and see if I can get it. I know it's here somewhere, so I'm going to find it. If you are one of my clients and you are receiving these meal plans, you will have access to the printable grocery list. If it helps you, there it is. Sweet. If it helps you, please grab a copy, print off as many as you like, and use it. That is why I took the time to create it. If you are not one of my clients, why not? Come on, what are you waiting for? This is such an incredible system, and having the support of a coach and the network that we have to help you as you implement these healthy habits, it's just a game changer. So if you're not my client, reach out and let's talk. But if you have another coach, reach out to them. They can help you too. It doesn't want to open, so we're not going to worry about that. Oh, it's coming. It's just really slow today. I do not want this to go too long. So I'm just going to show you really quickly again. Nope, there we go. That is not it. Never mind, guys. I don't use Excel anymore. No thanks. I use Google Sheets, so it doesn't want to open it for me, and that's fine. So I want to show you just really quickly the way my meal plans are laid out. So like you saw, I have just my days. I just have my list. I don't like to break up my list and have the recipes right there with it. I feel like it's harder to follow and harder to see exactly what I'm supposed to eat that day. So when it comes to Saturday, Saturday is a busy day. I don't want to have to sort through a whole bunch of recipes to figure out what we're eating for breakfast. I want to be able to pull it up and say, okay, we're having eggs, we're having pumpkin French toast, and we're having whatever fruit we have on hand. Awesome. If you really want to go the extra mile, I have a giant chalkboard in my dining room with a weekly menu. And when I'm really on my A game, I will update that so that even my kids can look up and be like, oh, what's for dinner? Oh, yeah, I love French dip. That's going to be awesome. Or they can see what's for breakfast. And if I'm a little slow that day and a little busy, then they can go start breakfast, and it's awesome. So that's another way that you can stay organized and just take the guesswork out of it, you guys. That is the best tip I can give you when it comes to trying to implement a healthy nutrition system and trying to make it an ongoing change and trying to avoid the common pitfalls, the 5 o'clock dinner rush I talked about, or the morning I'm starving, feed me now. If you want to avoid those pitfalls, take away the guesswork. The moments when you have to say, what's for dinner, or what should I eat for breakfast, or what should I have for a snack? Those are the moments when you make the bad choices. Those are the moments when you grab a package of crackers instead of, a pile of veggies and some hummus or ranch. Those are the moments when you make the decisions that you eventually regret. So take the guesswork out of it. Decide in advance what you're going to eat for the week so that each day that decision is already made for you. Obviously, you can be flexible. If Taco Tuesday, you just don't feel like tacos, you can switch it and have tacos on Wednesday. It's okay. You don't have to have them on Tuesday. But when you have your meals already designed and planned for you, it's going to take out the guesswork and it's going to make things so much easier. So that's it for day 1 of our meal prep masterclass. Come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about what to do when you get home with this massive pile of groceries that you've loaded and unloaded a dozen times, and now you're looking at it going, what was I thinking? We're going to talk about that and talk about how you can get started with your meal prep. Hope you guys are having a fabulous day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.